Buckle up and hold on as we take you for a wild and exciting ride on the road to TransWorld. This is TransWorld Live.
What's going on, everybody?
Hello, hello. Happy Tuesday.
Woo!
It is. It's a TransWorld Tuesday. I know.
It is amazing. I don't know how it is for each of you, but I know for Nicole and I, we can see each other in the preview window, and you go from like 0 to 10 immediately when that video starts ramping up, and we get to see all of our amazing friends. Thanks for joining us this Tuesday and every Tuesday.
Yes, and I know that many of us are getting excited. I'm seeing posts about people starting to outfit plan and pack and get their shoes ready and everything else. And I'm already seeing in the comments some of our breaking news, which, yes, everyone, only 16 days until we are fully assembled. All of us hunters ready to go, jumping into action. Sean, yes, you're on my timeline, very close to my timeline with 8 days. I know, a lot going on. But Chris, what a big week, and what a big next couple of weeks. Like, we've got a whole lot going on, and we got a big show tonight too.
We really do, and so excited. We can kind of refer to this as like our sweeps week. Like, we're starting to really ramp up as we are just over 2 weeks away from the big dance. And we want to make sure that you are well informed and bringing you some of the biggest and best guests anywhere.
Yes, for sure. For sure. Oh my gosh. All right. So there is so much to do, so much to get started on, that we might as well just jump in. We've got some major birthdays happening this week. We
really do.
Happy birthday today to Miss Sarah Seneker. And tomorrow we've got Kyle Eaton, Casper Von S, and Shane Dabbs, 3, the trifecta of fun and fear and festive. That's tomorrow. And so many more. It's so crazy. I'm just making Caitlin, don't worry, we're all panicking over here. But
I know.
Shipped out 8 pallets. Perfect.
Yeah, that's it.
Already.
We
as well with Froggy.
I think Froggy's is up to like 23 boots, but we'll talk about that later.
We will. Oh my gosh. All right. For those that don't know, we're talking about TransWorld, Halloween and attraction show, TransWorld interactive entertainment show, and TransWorld Christmas show, all happening March 7th through the 10th in St. Louis at the America Center. And breaking news, all of the early bird pricing ends this week, Thursday, 11:59 p.m. Central Standard Time. That's it. Finito. You're going to be paying full price.
Yeah, that's exactly it. So don't miss out on the opportunity to save some money. If you were waiting for that moment, if you were waiting for the sign that says, yes, I need to purchase my party ticket, seminar ticket, event ticket, whatever you want to go to, here's that sign.
It's your sign. This is us. Chris
at the end of Thursday,
this week, you got to do it.
Yeah. Cinderella's running out of the ball. Okay. So time's up.
Yeah, for sure. Woo! All right, where's everybody coming from tonight? I'm seeing a lot of new names. Drop if you're from a certain haunt or attraction. Drop it in the comments. Let us know what state, city, all of that stuff. Yeah, it is almost party time for sure, Ryan. Let's go.
I love seeing this. Okay.
Do
we, one of the biggest conversation pieces, and certainly it's already hitting in the chat, is the tribute store. So I figured, should we just pull that Band-Aid off right away? I mean, like, okay. So directly from Jen, we talked about it actually a little bit earlier today. And there is very much a tribute store, and it is so under wraps that we don't have the pictures to share yet. We don't have all the details yet. We're going to make you wait a little bit longer. In fact, if we were betting people, we might want to be watching that Tuesday show just before you start your travels to come to TransWorld to get all the last minute scoop, because that's when we're going to release it.
Yeah, but that's just hearsay at this point. There's
I mean, if we were
cannot
betting.
confirm nor deny that's true, but that's going to be the day that you're definitely going to want to jump in.
For sure. And make sure you stay tuned here for the next week as well, because there's always going to be breaking information and news, and maybe you'll get a little bit of tribute stuff there. But I think we can answer 100% there will be a tribute store. You're just going to have to wait a little bit longer to find out all the cool details.
But it's going to be worth it. It's very, very zesty stuff. Oh my gosh, I'm seeing all of these people. People are representing. The Northeast is representing right now.
Yeah. Holy cow, lots of people. Love this.
All right. Very good.
This is great. What a
bold of you to assume we aren't traveling already on Tuesday. I know.
But wonderful that we are full mobile on any appliance, so you can bring it with you and listen in the car.
Yes. Exactly. All right, Chris. What else we got going on tonight?
Oh my gosh, we have a killer show. So just last week, we ripped off some of the biggest news concerning Midwest Haunters Convention 2024. June 6th through the 9th in Rosemont, Illinois, right outside of O'Hare Airport, right outside of Chicago, Illinois. And the haunt tours, which were released, we're going to recap that. We're going to start the day off with Disturbia. We're going to go to Evil on Erie in Lafayette, Indiana. We're going to go to 13th Hour Haunted Attraction in Indianapolis. And we're going to end with an all-exclusive behind-the-scenes and full operating show, along with those other 3 shows as well, at Niles Scream Park in Niles, Michigan. This is an attraction that does not open for off-season events. So this is your opportunity to get a part of that. Now, Nicole, there was a big rumor and we squashed it last week. What's that Friday night premiere haunt going to be during MHC?
Did we squash it or did we release it to the world and let them know that we are going to Hell's Gate Haunted House in Lockport, Illinois on Friday? That's going to be June 7th. It's going to kick us off for MHC. And you guys, I'm very excited about all of these. I'm especially excited about Hell's Gate. It's been a number of months since I've been there. Also, their show is fantastic, and all of these legendary shows. I don't know how MHC keeps stepping it up, but Chris, you're doing a great job. Let's put it out.
You know what? We just got to keep track, because we know that East Coast Haunters Convention in its inaugural year is going to knock it out of the park.
Yeah, it is.
We got 6 haunted attractions. We've got a killer party. We got to make sure MHC comes ready to party here as well.
I know. But wait, there's always more, because you know what we haven't announced yet, folks? Legendary 2024, but we're not going to do that just yet. Couple shows from now. So make sure you are staying tuned to everything that we're doing over the next couple of weeks. Not only are we bracing ourselves for TransWorld and getting ready, but we are officially on the road to the East Coast Haunters. Sorry, I just read Northeast is not going to disappoint. Yes. To East Coast Haunters and then to Midwest. Then we're going to take a little break, and then we're headed to Legendary, and then next year we get to do it all over. Oh my gosh. Chris, I'm excited.
I am too. We have a killer show. We have 3 huge companies that are going to be with us tonight. Towards the end of the night, we're going to have, of course, the legendary Sir Alan Hops, as it is, from Dark Hour Haunted Attraction, and of course, Stiltbeast Studios. Very excited for that. Coming up just shortly, we're going to have Bryon and Bradley from Midnight Mayhem Apparel. But please join me in welcoming our very first guests on their very first time on TransWorld Live. We're so glad that they're here. We have Parixit and Patti from FearTicket and Hightix. Hi, guys.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome to TransWorld Live, guys.
Thank you so much. Nicole, you look so beautiful tonight.
Oh my God, you do too. Thank you. Thank you. Happy to be here with you guys.
Yeah, us too. It's how you doing over there, Parixit?
I'm fine. Yeah, I'm certainly fine.
How are you guys feeling? We were talking about the general show opening in just 16 days. I know that's far less for when you guys are going to be starting to set up things. How are you guys feeling?
Not as stressed as I was thinking I might be.
Okay, that's good. That's
Yeah. always a benefit.
Yes, absolutely.
That's a very good thing. That's a very good thing. Well, obviously, you guys are a combo ticket. Everybody has heard of FearTicket, and Hightix is also a partner company. If you could, let's start off at the beginning and tell us everything about your companies.
Okay, I'll start. I'll take this one, Parixit. So FearTicket was actually created by Naren. A lot of people in the industry know Naren. Naren is actually, I don't know if everybody remembers Haunt World a ton, but Haunt World's still up and active. But years ago, back before like Google and Yahoo took over, back when there was like Ask Jeeves and AOL, and I'm showing my age, so I will stop there. Back when that was going on, Naren and Naren's company is what helped us make sure that Haunt World never crashed, or, during those high traffic Saturday nights when Haunt World used to be the web's largest online haunted house directory. And then Google and Yahoo kind of took over and got a little greedy and wanted that money for themselves. And so they made it harder and harder for sites like Haunt World in our industry or other people's online directories in other industries to really even make it as a business anymore. And they would change the algorithms every year and all that. But anyway, we knew Naren, we knew how smart he was, we knew how amazing he was, and we knew he had a team of 75 or 80 programmers that work with him. And so we called him up and said, can you create this? This industry has ticketing companies that just keep raising the prices, and they don't even provide all the features that we would want under one roof. Like, this company might have these, and this company might have those, plus this, but not that. And yet they kept raising the prices. So we just called up Naren and was like, Naren, can we create a ticketing company for this industry at a cheap rate with all the features that we would want, all the reporting that we would want, the best scanning capability front end? And Naren's like, yeah, that would be a breeze. He's like, I don't know that I really want to go into the ticketing industry, but we could definitely do it. And so we nudged him a little bit more, and next thing you know, he went into the ticketing industry. So and I used to help out Naren with trade show labor at TransWorld, as well as Midwest. Like, I was at Midwest last year by myself. Naren wasn't there with me that time, but I used to help him out with trade show labor, and that's all I really did for him. Well, I'm like newly hired on as a regular full-time salesperson for them now. So yay. And yes, we've launched Hightix so that we can sell the ticketing company to other industries as well. So like we were at a convention for farmers. We showcase Hightix because most of those are family-friendly events. I know some farms do haunts, but you know what I'm saying. So.
Oh, it seems to open you up to any market that needs ticketing, whether that's concerts or events, agri-tainment, escape rooms, not things to just be feared.
Yeah.
Smart.
Well, and it's true. I mean, ticketing is, what, let's just say this. It's never a one size fits all, right? You can fall in love with a ticketing platform and it's not going to work for all facets, especially if you have multiple businesses. But one thing that you said that was really important was that it was designed specifically with haunted houses in mind, and knowing what you know about the high throughput and the needs and the processing for haunted attractions, it's become a platform that now can be used in multiple different facets.
Oh, agreed. It seems like it's a beautiful, and maybe Praxis can kind of give some thoughts on that, because it is a custom application for that solution.
Oh yeah, actually, this entire system is special. Like if I talk about the FearTicket, then this FearTicket is specially built for the haunted houses. And as Patti says that, like we are in a haunted house industry where we are building the software, or maybe this the web solutions for the haunted house industry since very last long. And I'm one of that person who I have built, and I was taking care of entire that the Patty's haunted house industry, like whatever the haunted houses they have, like Scarefeast or all those. So I was taking care of everything. I have built that entire web and everything. So I actually have the information about how this, these haunted houses running on, what are their basic needs, what they want by the time of the, their in their actual season or peak time, how we can manage that whole big, lot of traffic over there and these all things. So we have these all kind of, the basic functionality through which FearTicket can give, that much of, fun to enjoy the system and to sell the ticket, to scan the ticket, and all kind of facility that one can use, to run the haunted house. So yeah, this is what the FearTicket and Hytix can do with that. Like, endless features, something like dynamic pricing or there, or waiting list, or any kind of marketing tool that they want to use to market their event. So all those things are available over here.
Yeah, and he mentions the scanning. I'm all about front of house, right? Like I don't work at a haunt that stays open till 3 a.m. I want to be driving home by 12:30 and in my bed, right? So when he talks about when he talks about the scanning, oh my gosh, the scanning capability is far unmatches any scanning capability I've ever used before. It's just it long gone are the days where I have to ask every other customer, or not just me, but my entrance guy. Hey, can you turn up the brightness in your settings? I can't seem to get your QR code to scan. Long gone are the days of that. If somebody's been in line for forever and they come up and they say, my phone's dead now, I don't have my tickets. It's so easy to just pull it up. What's your name? What did you order? Okay, yep, I see it in here. Check. You're scanned, adios. So it's really, really, really great on the front end as well.
That's amazing.
We had touched on that it's a custom application because you guys know what it's like to be in the trenches and to be working with haunted attractions and what you need to fuel your business.
Yes, and let me say this to everybody listening: if you don't use my ticketing, do yourselves a favor for chargeback purposes. Don't accept American Express online. That's a huge deal. They always side with the cardholder rather than the merchant. So I'll accept American Express. I just won't accept them through my online system, and that'll cut down on chargebacks. But speaking of chargebacks, our in-house processing that we do. Well, first off, you can come to us and say, you know what, Patti, we don't want to use the in-house processor, credit card processing. We just want to use our current, whatever it might be, authorize.net, Card Connect, whatever. Anyway, maybe even PayPal or Square. We can connect to that, no problem. But by using the in-house one, Parixit actually adds another layer of fraud protection on top of. It's actually, we're using a credit card processor, but we're adding an extra layer of fraud protection. And I actually have a haunt owner who told me this year that he received 0 chargebacks. Like, I can't guarantee everybody's going to receive 0 chargebacks, but I was like, wow, that's really amazing. So, pretty cool.
Well, you guys are getting tons of love over in the comments.
Yeah.
Like, I just want to say, so like Peggy McLaren says, love their tickets. I know. We use them for both our haunt and our farm events. Patti rocks. Hi, Patti. I love Patti. Everybody's giving you lots of love in the comments. I also
let me tell you, Parixit gets his fair share of love too. I was at IAPA. Actually, I was right down the hall from you guys. Wish I was a neighbor of yours. I wish our booths were side by side, but I was right down the hall from you guys. But I was at IAPA with Parixit, and I had David Miller from Miller Thrillers, bum rush Brexit, give this huge hug. And he's like, my brother from another mother.
Oh my God.
It just goes to show you the customer support is
Yeah.
really good too. So that's really amazing.
That's amazing.
That's
well, and a quick
awesome.
shout out to two people. Both Samantha and Alyssa are going to TransWorld for the very first time. So thank you guys so much for joining us. And also our good friend who is watching, our Canadian friend who is watching a little past his bedtime, probably.
Yeah.
We're going to see you in just a few weeks.
We love you, Cannon.
We
Awesome.
do. So, all right. Just wanted to do that. Give a couple of shout outs because the comments are going haywire. And some
Oh my
people are
gosh.
saying that they 86 Amex for that reason. So that's a very good little
Good tip.
of knowledge to let people know that that still is happening and it's happening in such a high volume.
Yes. And going back to that chargeback things, like even if you get a chargeback in the mail, you literally, all you have to do is go into your back end tools, find the order with the customer name, by plugging in the customer name, and whammo, there's a little button right next to the order that says chargeback rebuttal. And you click that button off of FearTicket.com, and whammo, you have a 4-page PDF document that you just ship off for the chargeback rebuttal advice to the company. So it's really, really convenient. I know another company was bragging that they got involved and then their account manager got involved and they got the chargeback taken care of. And we're like, what? We watched that. We're like, no. With us, you just log in, click one button. You have all the chargeback advice you need. And it's amazing. It's like a 4-page PDF that you ship off to them. And it shows them like the time the customer placed the order, the time the tickets were emailed and texted to them. We email them and text them. We don't let them choose. We just give it to them in both ways. What time the tickets were scanned, if they were scanned, because some people want their money back because they didn't go, even though it's no refunds. And then the everything that was captured, like email address, phone number, address, all that stuff. But yeah, it's really thorough and it's amazing.
Yeah.
Now, do you guys offer a question that had come up a couple of times throughout the year, but also in this chat right now? Do you offer insurance options for those that are maybe affected by the weather?
I'll let Parixit take
yeah. Yeah. Actually, basically we called it self-insurance. It's not just only as insurance, it's a self-insurance. So here's the point. When any third-party insurance company involved in this system, he will going to charge, he will going to take her own stake over there on that, whatever the insurance amount is and the percentage of amount that they are charging and whatever their premium charges or anything. With FearTicket, you can set up a self-insurance where if you have your own, if you're running your own haunted houses, then you will set something like, $25 or $5, whatever the amount that you want to, you collect as a, this self-insurance. By the time of purchasing a ticket, one can ensure that, okay, do I go with the self-insurance or not? And this is important because, if somebody is purchasing a ticket for after 1 month, there is a, their haunted house show, and he is purchasing that ticket right away, then I'm sure he will be definitely in some state of mind that do I will make it happen or not. Yeah. So by that time, it is always good for him to purchase the self-insurance. Now, at the time of purchasing the self-insurance, whatever the amount he will going to pay. Now, after that, and nowadays we all know that people have the policy, like the haunted houses have the policy that there is no refund, no cancellation. So by this way, if somebody has purchased the insurance, they will going to call the haunted houses and say, hey, I have my order number this, and I have purchased the self-insurance. One can easily find the self-insurance from the order, and if it is insured, then they will going to get the refund. But whatever the insurance amount, it will be completely theirs. If you have you have said $25, then $25 is completely yours. There is nobody is there who will going to take any kind of the amount from that self-insurance amount. So that will be completely yours, and that will be additional insurance. This revenue in terms of insurance, that is the completely your revenue, along with there are several other areas where you can earn more, except than whatever your, the legacy ticket selling process. So there are several other stuff that you can utilize logically in the high ticks, and you will earn even more than what you are earning right now. Along with like what we have, like 50 cent a ticket is just nothing, and that is also you are charging from your the ticket buyer. But yeah, that is what I say, that for the self insurance, that is definitely a good feature for you if you are selling ticket online, and people love that, to purchase the insurance. Yeah,
It's a
this is
good
what.
deterrent for chargebacks too. It's a very good deterrent. But another thing that Parixit said that I wanted to touch on was that he had said that, like, if a customer will call the haunted houses, well, with our system, we really kind of make it to where the buyer doesn't have to call the haunted house and bother the haunted house. So, like, years ago, if somebody wanted to upgrade their ticket, they bought the online ticket for the general admission pass, and then they get there and they see the line and they want to upgrade their ticket to the speed pass, or they want to upgrade their ticket to the VIP pass, right? Well, we would have to send them up to the box office, and then we'd have to figure out a way to validate the QR code to make sure it was a valid QR code at the box office, which we don't normally do because that's normally done at the entrance, plus charge them the difference and da. Well, now they can just log back online to their own account and just upgrade it, themselves. So it makes it really nice. We actually had a customer walking around. Speaking of IAPA again, we had a customer walking around with a big old QR code on his T-shirt, and was talking about FearTicket, and he said, "I love FearTicket," but he actually created the QR code for upgrading your tickets. So he would have an employee wear that shirt and walk the aisles up and down. And he claims he made hundreds of thousands of extra dollars just by having his employee walk the aisle with the QR code saying, "Upgrade your ticket, scan here."
Wow.
Yeah.
That's not a bad idea.
I know, I'm writing it down right now.
Yeah. Talk about extra revenue. See, it's these tips and tricks from veteran folks that know our industry, that know how it works, that we should be consulting with. And obviously, you guys are coming to TransWorld, and I know you wouldn't miss it. You're at booth 925.
Yes.
Yes.
Why should somebody, if they are on the fence, if they are looking at a couple of different solutions, they should definitely come and talk to you. But what else can you say to help convince them to say, "Hey, give us a shot. Come down. Come talk to us"?
Well, I'll kind of take this precedent. Sorry. I'm kind of tired of other companies saying that, so FearTicket's only 50 cents a ticket. That's it. We're less than everybody else by like half in a lot of regards, right? Sometimes way over half, like, especially in these other industries that are still using Eventbrite, but anyway, and a lot of these other companies will say, well, but you're going to get what you pay for. And that's not true. In fact, I feel like we're the leader. Parixit, maybe you'll agree with this. I feel like we're the leader because if we create a new feature, it seems like the other company creates it also. And and then they act like we're the ones, but no, we have every feature, everything imaginable under the sun. It was created for haunt owners. So it's really amazing. And in fact, I just did a draw up, took my calculator out and got it all figured out. And I told this guy who was using, I don't want to name any other, ticketing companies on your platform because they're all customers of yours, you know what I mean, booth space. So, but there was another ticketing company, and I showed him you could be saving for every 20,000 tickets you sell, you could be making $30,000 more if you had switched from, and it speaks volume. That speaks volume. So there's a good reason right there.
Money. Yes.
And no hidden fees. Here's the other thing. A lot of these other ticketing platforms do not have the capability to add add-ons. I wouldn't say a lot. I would say about half of them. You know what I mean? There are others that do, but add-ons are a big thing. So like, if you want to sell your main ticket, it's 50 cents for your main ticket, your main entrance, whether they buy the general admission or the VIP or whatever. And then add-ons are free. It's not 50 cents for all these additional tickets. It's just 50 cents for the main, and any add-ons are free. So maybe you want to sell an online t-shirt, right? Pre-sell it for, you get $5 off if you buy it now online, right? Maybe you want to pre-sell prepaid parking. Maybe you want to pre-sell some concessions, or maybe you have Midway and you want to pre-sell some of your Midway games. All of that is, free. And you can create it to where it'll have a separate QR code, or you can create it to where one QR code would scan one time with every purchase you made. So like one time at the entrance, one time at the gift shop, one time so you can create it however you want. It's fully customizable. I like it to where you have separate QR codes and you just upload different images, so that your image of your main haunted house, an image of your t-shirt, an image of a parking sign for your parking pass, whatever, you know what I mean? But you can do it however you want. And all of those additional QR codes, free.
So now, quick question for you, because you guys have a ton of features and you got a ton of information. Let's say I'm coming to the show. I know that time is limited. I know that your booth is going to be very busy.
Yeah.
Is it okay to reach out to you guys now and get those conversations started, set some time aside, let you know, hey, I'm going to be there Thursday? I know it's going to be really crazy, but Friday at, let's say, 1:00, can I swing by? And then Patty's standing there waving me down, and it's like, come on, I'm waiting for you.
I'm showcasing my high ticks because I'm about
I know.
So if you go to hightix.com, there is a button that says schedule a demo. I would absolutely love anybody who's interested to schedule a 30-minute demo with Parixit now, and then that way when you get to the show, you'll have any follow-up questions you have already thought through in your mind, and you're just coming and asking us the follow-up questions. So you would have to go to hightix.com for that, or you can email me at Patti@hightix.com, which is Patti at hytix.com. I don't know if that's backwards or forwards.
No, it looks
no, it's good. It's great. It's great.
And then just say, hey, I want an appointment. I want an actual appointment, and this is the time I would like to show up at your booth and actually spend unlimited, time with you all. And so I would absolutely schedule an appointment with you for you.
Patti, just Robert, just put that link that you were just talking about right in the chat, so it's easy to click.
Yay. Thank you.
Awesome. Very awesome.
You guys are amazing.
We try.
It may look like our first rodeo, but it's really our second or third.
Second,
No, but
actually, this.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Actually, I just want to add one more thing over here. Like, lots of people are worried about their data, because nowadays data is a wealth. This is what I believe. Being a IT guy, and when I'm involved in this entire process, I know that data is the wealth. If you have a data, you are king. With HyTix or FearTicket, if you have set up an event right away and you have like 10,000 or 15,000 attendee data with us, we are not sharing this data with anybody, no matter what. Okay, that data is your proprietary. And we have a PCI compliance and several things that is involved in this. So if anybody is worried about, like, what about our data? If that data will be shared with someone and they're going to steal our business, because it may possible 200 houses are selling ticket with the FearTicket or HyTix in a one mile of a distance. Okay, so they will definitely going to be worried about it. What about this data will be shared or something? But with the FearTicket or with the HyTix or FearTicket, we are not sharing any data with anybody, so they can be relaxed with that. That there is not a kind of concern where this data will be leaked from anybody.
That's a really great point. Like, I don't know if
here's another great thing. So like you can use like a MailChimp or to mass email your customers and all that through FearTicket. But let's say you're a brand new customer who's been using, I don't know, one of those other email companies. I'm having a brain fart, but and you're like, you know what? I just want to continue using my own. I don't want to convert to MailChimp or whatever. All you have to do is email support at FearTicket.com at the end of the season, and one of the support staff will just say, I need my list of emails, and they're going to send you your entire list of customer emails. Or let's say same thing with text, right? I think texts are better than emails these days. So you just email support at FearTicket.com at the end of the season. I need all my phone numbers. Can you send me an Excel sheet of all my phone numbers? And when will you get all your phone numbers? And I think that's a big deal, with, especially with text, because people start in these text systems, you start building up people who have already opted out, and you don't want to accidentally text somebody who has already opted out and upset somebody, right? So it's, if you just ask them for an Excel sheet and plug it into whatever, one you're currently using, like Click Text or any of them, then you can just do it that way. So
nice.
Love it.
Very nice. Very nice. Communicating to your customers on whatever wavelength they like to be communicated on. That's smart. That's very smart.
And the other thing is event setup. So our back-end tools to set up your event are extremely easy. In fact, I just had a brand new customer setting up his escape rooms, and literally he did the demo. And because I'm sales and I'm not Parixit, I didn't know whether he actually signed up or not. You know what I mean? I knew he did the demo. I knew I talked with him after he did the demo with Parixit. I talked to him after he did the demo. He sounded really excited about it. So 2 days later, I just reached out to him, and he's like, "Yeah, no, Patti, I've already created an account. I've already set up my events, and I've already gone live with my events." And it was really easy. And I was like, "Oh, that's great." But I say that, but on the flip side, if you don't want to set up your own event and you want to email all information to support at FearTicket.com, Parixit's going to get it, or one of the team's going to get it, and we'll do it for you. And any questions we have, they'll reach out to you for follow-up questions, but they could set up your events for you if you'd like to.
Perfect. This is all so great. So
yeah. What a support structure.
I know. All right. So say I'm heading to the show. I'm writing my plans right now. Where are we finding you? Best way to get a hold of you is ahead of time if we want some one-on-one time. But say I'm like, oh my God, wait, I have enough time. I want to find FearTicket High Ticks. What's your booth number, guys?
925.
Perfect. A little bit of
I'm excited. I'm so excited.
We are so excited for you guys too. And for those that don't know, Patti is a St. Louis native.
Yes.
I see all in the comments. People are like, I would just like half the day for Patti to take us around St. Louis.
Patti is always in demand.
Yeah. Well, guess what, Rex? Stay with us, and we'll get you in demand as well. So.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. All right. Anything else you guys want to share with us before we see you in just a few days?
Yeah. One more thing I just want to add over here, like, people are talking about some type of selfie tickets and where people can upload their own photos in that ticket.
Yeah.
So that is exciting.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, actually, the selfie ticket is something like ticket buyer is also excited to upload that photo over there if they are a genuine ticket. The visitor, because. And this is also give you some sort of fraud prevention, because if you have make it mandatory to upload your photo by the time of purchasing a ticket, so whenever that ticket will be scanned at the scanner, the image will be popped up over there. Okay, and one can easily match that attendee, and he can make it he can allow the people that is the person who has purchased the ticket. But what if somebody has not uploaded the image by the time of purchasing a ticket? This is also one of a concern, because somebody do not want to make it mandatory, because it is not that good for everybody to upload their images by the time of purchasing a ticket. So our the HiTix or FearTicket Organizer app is fair enough capable to take the photo by the time of scanning a ticket. Let's say you have not uploaded the photo by the time of purchasing a ticket, so event organizer really need to have the information for every single attendee.
And so event organizer is the scanning app.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Oh, yeah, okay, that's true. I'm sorry. Yeah, so that is we called it organizer app. So by the time of scanning a ticket, one can simply point out the camera and can take the picture of that particular attendee. You can keep the record of all these attendees. we saw like lots of the
It's
event organizers are saying something like there was some problem at our venue because there may be a chaos over there, or a crowd is gathered over there and they are mischief or something. And so by this time this kind of features will help you, for any kind of legal trouble if you are in. We hope that nobody can be like that, but this is definitely helpful for this time. So yeah,
so
selfie
you
ticket
know
is
how
always
like
good.
Disney, they have your photo or whatever, right? Same thing. We actually have that as an option too, a selfie ticket, so where you would actually have to upload your image.
Exactly.
Just
And it's
another feature.
another feature.
Yeah,
That's
definitely.
And like
awesome.
he said, if they don't upload if somebody chooses to set up, yes, I want selfie ticketing, and they don't upload it, then the scanner can take the picture and it, and just that way you at least have a picture with the ticket if there was a chargeback coming back.
And one more thing about the dynamic pricing. People say that, okay, I mean, not every single system, like 50% of a system have the dynamic pricing feature, but with FearTicket, you have the dynamic pricing as well as a dynamic quantity. Like you can set the precise quantity for one particular time slot as well. Because in a weekend for 5 p.m. to 6 p.m., it may be you want to manage like 100 people, but at the like prime time of 9 or 8, so you want to have the more people attend your show. So this is how you can, you have the dynamic quantity as well along with the dynamic price. So there are, I mean, see, with Hightech there are endless feature. You just name it and it is there. Okay.
Yeah, there
And
was something that you said that I don't know why I thought about this, but the ticketing system allows you to add on tax or not add on tax, right? It's fully customizable. Add on a booking fee or not add on a booking fee. It's fully customizable. So, some of these other companies will be like, oh, but our ticketing's free. We're going to get the money from your customer. Well, no. At FearTicket, we believe that booking fee, or some people might want to call it an online convenience fee, whatever you want to call it, that could be additional revenue for you. That should be something that you own, not something that the ticketing companies own. So like if you're currently using a ticketing company who's charging your customers, $350, $4, $450, $5 per ticket online convenience fee, then that's your charge. You understand what I'm saying? That's just, that could be additional revenue. You yourself could charge that, and then you only have to pay 50 cents to Hightix or FearTicket, and then you obviously have to pay the standard credit card processing fee, which is 2.99%. But other than that, you keep the rest of it. Yeah, I just want to throw that out there too. And something you said, Prex, that made me think of that. I don't remember.
yeah, that's actually,
It's amazing.
Yeah, actually, if you have a $15 ticket, and if you are set like for $15 ticket with Hightix, including the payment gateway and the platform fee, that cost you like 95 cent around for a actual cost. But you can set up a customized service fee where you can collect like $1.50 or $2 of a service fee, and that additional service fee will be your additional revenue. So imagine like if you are selling 10,000 ticket of the general admission, and if you are collecting $1.5 additional as a service fee, that means you have a $15,000 additional, you are getting with the fee.
Yeah.
And honestly,
so that's a
at the
huge amount.
window, I'm guaranteed most haunted houses are not dealing with tax, right? They're eating the tax on themselves. They don't want to deal with the pennies, nickels, and dimes, and that's understandable. But a lot of those same haunted houses will go ahead and pass on the tax for the online purchasers, because it's not a penny, nickel, dime thing, and that's totally customizable.
And while we are talking about the in-house payment processor, lots of the people have the question in their mind, something like, when we'll get our fund, because money is like a main thing here. So lots of like ticketing systems are releasing their funds when their event is completed, or maybe half of their event is completed, and then they will going to get the fund. Now you need your fund every day, because you have your own expenses and everything. So we are releasing the fund like T+2 days. So T+2 days actually an industry standard where entire fund is processed from one bank to another bank. So these are T plus 2 days. So I can say like within 2 or 3 days, you will going to get the fund of your every single
So there's
sale.
no holds on your money. It's
Yeah,
going
at
to
all.
your
We
account.
are not holding anything.
Nice. Nice. As many have commented, there are so many features, so many opportunities. You need to consult with them. They are at booth 925. Of course, FearTicket.com or HighTix.com.
Oh, and there's SantaTicket.com. And for any of your
oh, there we go. See? There we go. Oh, see, breaking news all the time. We love this.
Yeah.
Patti and Parixit, before we see you in like under 2 weeks here for us anyway, any final words that you want to say to our audience before they can come join you in person?
Well, I'm just excited to see everybody. And I love walking the aisles and seeing everybody's booths too. So I'm just going to have fun. I'll always be having fun. I will lose my voice every day and pray to God that it comes back the next morning. And somehow it always does. So that's cool. But yeah, other than that, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
We know that struggle.
The struggles are real.
Do we ever?
Oh,
yeah.
Well, thank you guys so very much. We cannot wait to see you literally in just a few days. And yeah, this has been so insightful. I've written down a ton of notes. I've got Post-its everywhere. Like, I know. I love that when we've got a guest that adds some value all the way around, even just in general knowledge, So
well, we're excited that you had us on, and we're very grateful.
Yeah.
Thanks for being here, guys.
Yeah, thanks for finding time. Appreciate you.
You bet.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, we'll see you shortly here. And I thank you so much. And again, FearTicket.com. Everybody come check them out.
Bye, guys.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Yeah. Bye.
Oh, all right. So there is so much more on this show. I can't believe it. I'm sitting here with tons of Post-it notes. I've got all sorts of information. I'm text messaging myself certain things. So yeah, I love it. I love it when yeah.
Oh, see, we entertain, but there's also so much education, so many cool tips. And they just gave us a whole lot of important stuff, including the American Express tip.
I know
something. That was something
all the way around. But in true TransWorld Live form, there is so much more to this show. Chris, do you want to introduce our next guests that are going to join us and dazzle us with some really awesome, cool, creative things?
I am beyond excited because they have built up such good momentum coming into tonight. Not even to TransWorld. Like, they are bringing so much. They're going to talk about it in a second. But literally just in the last few days, they're marketing just about their appearance here tonight. And they have saved so many surprises. So I'm so glad that you're all here for Bryon and for Bradley and for Midnight Mayhem Apparel. Welcome to the show.
How's it going, guys?
Hi.
What's up, guys?
Not much. It's the road to TransWorld. Like you guys may notice, we're not always posting every day or keeping that online appearance, but we bring it hard. We're boots on the ground, making the product, and we're bringing it to the show. We want people to see it in person, bring those surprises, and leading up to the show the next 2 weeks, we'll start releasing a lot of stuff to really build that hype.
That's amazing. Oh, I love how vendors are starting to do this, like build the hype and add things like, I don't know. I'm just very hyped as it is, but it's almost kind of like Disney or major theme parks being like, hey, you got 6 more days left. Check this out,
Exactly.
Yeah, I've started like screenshotting everything. That's how shopping is getting done these days.
And there's something to be said about letting people know what's out there and getting them to pre-plan, but there's also, we like to build that anticipation of what are they going to put out, or what's that sneak peek going to be. That's part of the fun for us.
It's the allure of TransWorld for us.
Yeah
We love it.
Yeah.
Honestly, and just for preparation for this, I mean, beyond your marketing, which is insane, it's getting me excited for tonight's show beyond my normal excitement. Knowing that you saved some exclusive stuff just for us is just humbling, and we're so honored that you're gonna maybe break some news here tonight.
That's awesome. What better place to do it?
Exactly.
We love it.
Exactly. I love it. We are honored. We're honored to have it here.
Oh my gosh. Well, before we get into any cool, real deep stuff, tell us everything about Midnight Mayhem Apparel for anybody that might not have heard of you guys.
Well, we kind of started this all back in 2018, being clown actors, and we started off, we were all clown costumes, and that's all we did. So we kind of perfected that with our own patterns, our own builds. We kind of knew as actors and suppliers in a way that we had to build a better suit than everybody was getting because they just weren't holding up. So we started R&D way back then. We started our first TransWorld booth in 2019. And, you know, we started the 20-foot booth, and it was a great show. The allure was there. The hype was there. It made us as a vendor. It gave us that footstep or that real stepping stone to get into, we're going to turn this into something bigger. So ever since then, now we've grown every single year. We've innovated every single year. Some of the success is due to you guys, because we have done this the last 3 or 4 years now on the TransWorld Live. And Nicole, I'm sorry, I'm still not going to give you everything. I never do. That's on you.
I try.
But this year,
We have
you know,
to try.
at the end of the show last year, we had realized we didn't have enough space. We couldn't do it with the space that we had. So now we're sitting in a 80-foot booth.
That's right.
So we basically have the whole island right between CFX and Immortal. So you've got both the great mask makers right there. You got your costumes right in the middle. Ain't gonna be far to walk to go find the perfect costume to match the perfect mask, you know, and it's collaboration. So
Yeah.
we've really grown with collaboration. We picked up great people, you know, along the way. Well, one anyway.
All right. Yeah, we'll say he's great. Just kidding.
Yeah, he's pretty great. You know, we couldn't do the artwork and the detail that this guy does. You know, he's freaking awesome to have, and you can see and feel in every one of our products. We take care of the hardware. Basically, we're doing all the build on it. We're basically 75% of stuff that we actually build and pattern and make. And then probably 25% of stuff that just, you know, you can pants or dress shirts, etc., that you can pick up that doesn't make sense for us to make. So we try to stay on the handmade stuff because it just holds up better. And if you guys come to our booth, you're going to see and feel the actual difference in all of our costumes and why these haunt owners want us and why we get booked up until September every time we do TransWorld. They will book us out until September almost every single year.
That's amazing.
That's awesome.
That's why we do one show a year. We don't have time to do more.
That's all right.
Oh, we love to hear
As
that.
long as it's TransWorld, it's all right, right?
Yep.
We love to hear that.
Yeah, you guys are getting lots of love in the comments. Lots of people are excited
Oh,
to see you.
Awesome.
Lots of this is a good one. 8 seasons with my outfit, still strong as ever.
There you go.
Great
That's
testament.
awesome.
Yeah, it's hard.
Telling you, we
Things
make them
don't-
strong.
Yeah, yeah.
We don't want you to replace it every 2 years. That's just not the, you know, if you're a haunt owner, you actually want the value to last. Yeah, it's great if it's, you know, cheaper here, but it only lasts a season. That doesn't really do you any good if you're buying 2 and 3 when you could have bought one of ours and make it last.
Right, exactly.
Amen.
All right.
So it's quality, it's innovation, it's unbelievable expertise and affordability.
Yeah, no, we try to keep our prices affordable and competitive, especially for what we're providing. I mean, it's a lot. It's easy to, you know, purchase things online and then make a little bit of money off of them, but the whole other side of it is, you know, what are you taking away from this if you're hand making it? What do you value your time at? And both, you know, we do this because we love to do it and we want to give something to the industry. Neither of us do this full time. This isn't what's paying the bills. You know, Bryan's got a full-time job. I've got a full-time job, and I do it because I love it. It's my hobby. I mean, I get my haunt fix year round. I work at the Dead and Hayride full time. I'm a freelance scenic artist. I just got finished at the Darkness. I'm constantly busy, but I'm always making time to do these costumes on the side because I love creating the characters, and I love that seeing people wear what we've created together as a team. And it's an awesome feeling every year.
That's got to be so satisfying all the
Awesome.
way around. All right. So I heard a little rumor that you guys are bringing some new styles with you. Is it okay to say exactly how much, or are you going to keep that away from me? Like, give us a detail.
So we've gotten quite a few new things this year. Like you said, it's our largest growth probably as far as new pieces. Bigger booth. We need more costumes, more things to fill. We wanted to give people things to look at. A lot of the stuff is, still, we haven't even had our big photo shoot for all the new products, just some of them. So there will be some only TransWorld releases, but as you can see behind us, we've got, several racks here that are loaded with just clowns, not even showing you guys the multiple other racks that we have full of, anything from doctors, scarecrows, gravediggers, crazy hillbillies, butchers, whatever you need. We got it.
Style of clowns that nobody has.
That's true.
Of clowns?
New styles of clowns. You guys have to come check that out. But we definitely tried to a lot of people were bringing clown suits this year, and we noticed that early on. Everybody was making clown suits, which none of us created the clown suit. So, there's nothing wrong with that. Everybody, if you got the talent, do it. I love seeing, new competition. I think good competition is a great thing to have. It keeps all of us on our toes. So we twisted the dial a little bit, and Bryon has been working on, new patterns to make just things that people haven't seen before, and just different styles of clowns outside just the normal jumpsuit.
Because since everybody's got, like he was saying, since everybody's got them, and, when you kind of patent the deal and everybody sees success, I don't mind competition at all. There's actually some other makers out there that make really good stuff. But with everybody doing the classics, why not twist it up? So we come out with kind of a new design that might not be everybody's liking, but it's going to set you apart. It's going to be unique. It's going to be that Q-line character. If you have a Q-line clown that you want to set apart from the rest of them, these are the type of things that you'll want to do. Plus, since we make all of our own stuff, we can do it in any color we want. We can change it however we want.
Love it. Now, we did have a great question from the audience. Do you do custom applications for maybe those that have a smaller or a larger body type than the standard?
We do everything from what we call our spawn suit, which is, they were like, I think they were for 6-month-olds at point in time, and we distressed them. Those were the smallest, and the biggest we've done, we call it an 8XL. Dude was
I couldn't put it on
a ladder.
I had to hang it off of an 8-foot ladder to distress it. This guy was a giant.
He was 6'8" and 400 some pounds, but he was built in the shoulders too. So we had to, you got to be able to make that stuff, and you got to be able to make it fit. And that was the way that we were able to do it. So, I mean, it's a challenge at times, but we make everything just about.
So now here's a great question. What is the favorite costume that you've ever made?
The favorite kid costume.
I have to say the Jester last year. It has become one of an icon character for the haunt that I work at, but also it's been very versatile in being able to do other things with it that people might not have thought of that I may be bringing to the show. There's a lot of love and planning put into that one. So that's probably my favorite. I'm sure Brad has a.
I am going to be honest. That is not a good question for me because I think it's an ever evolving thing. Everything that I do that's new is always either my favorite or my least favorite thing. Like this year, I would say that this doctor behind us is probably one of my new favorites right now, just because of the simplicity, but the difference in it and the little bit of custom stuff that we've done, and also the other things that like our one of our things we call the Carver. He's kind of like, your butcher / serial killer character. It's so classic, and it just has that disturbing look that like this guy's seen some stuff that I don't think I want to see.
And speaking of, I guess we can with the doctor
that you guys have probably been looking at behind us.
Now, is this the same one that you've been featuring on your social media?
This is the one that we put a sneak peek out today. Yes. So you guys can get a little bit of a shot.
Picture.
Yeah, Robert's got the picture. If he can put it up here.
Oh, here we go.
But one of the things about
Oh my
Perfect.
gosh.
Yeah, so this thing is this is kind of one of our new characters this year. This is our take on that, biotech, sci-fi kind of doctor. Very inspired by a great friend of mine, Bryon Dimsky, just kind of in that realm of what he likes. And we also had some custom stuff made. So me and my girlfriend, she's an incredible artist. She sculpted us several different versions of this alien spider leg that we have, completely custom sculpted. I molded them and I've been casting them, and they are on this costume. They're completely flexible. So I have a sample one here just to show you. It bends around, so your actor, if it's going through a doorway or popping out of somewhere, it's not going to break. It's not going to fall off. And it just adds that another layer of realism, especially with this great mask from Immortal, where the alien is just growing through this unfortunate doctor here during one of his experiments.
Wow.
So that's where innovation comes in. We have spent a lot of our time this year bringing some new things and items like that. And the idea behind this is, oh, you want to put it on something else? Okay. It may be possible that we are just going to build these to order on the costumes, and you can add them as an option.
Wow.
So
That's
continue to
Yeah.
raise
and
the
haunt
bar.
safe. So what better? You can't really hurt people with them.
Wow, this is gorgeous.
Yeah, we will have a couple other of our costumes will feature these legs. We're going to try it out on our Exterminator, which is one for last year. And not quite as cool, but this doctor is coming with his partner, the patient. So we'll have a patient version that is going to have the same thing with the legs growing out and a little bit of a kind of in the same realm as our doctor here.
Very cool.
Very cool. Again, the innovation and continuing to just push yourselves. I mean, it's just amazing. And look at the results it's going to have on our industry.
Well, yeah, and we're like we said, we're just always trying to, stay one step ahead and kind of be the trailblazers that we try to be with, not obviously if something sells, we're going to make it, like the clowns. We were joking with Alan, he hates clowns, but we get tired of them too. But we're going to do clowns because that's what the industry wants, and that's what the people know us for. So, it's like that's what we do, and we're going to continue to do the classic stuff, but also continue to push ourselves and make things that people haven't seen before, and no one else is making or has the capability to make, at least as far as we know.
Yeah.
Now we know that you have a ton of things that you're going to unveil right on the show floor. So the only way for everybody to come and see it live and in person is to go to your booth number 605.
That's right.
But the rumor has it that you may have slipped a few sneak peeks to Robert that with your permission, he might like to show.
Hey, whatever he wants to show. Dealer's choice. We'll talk about it.
Let's go, Robert. Let's have some fun. We only do this once a year.
Wow. Who is this?
All right. So we've got our fisherman. So this is a one of our ones that we did last year. This is a new version of it. So different color, different kind of distressing style. But this is our take. This one works for, an industrial scene or that classic fishing village. I have always been a fan of kind of it's such a weird theme that works is the nautical fishing stuff. Like, why is that scary? I don't know. But the way that when you think of it, you don't think it's scary.
I want to talk about this because actually I just did an interview today for something, and we were actually talking about the nautical, and the interviewer brought it up in a way that I was like, wow, that is really scary. It's the unknown. It's like once it becomes black and dark, Up here, it's just complete darkness, and there's no other real lights there. You know, the fog rolls in.
Yep.
Really, that fisherman could just take your body and chop it up and throw it out to chub.
And that's it. It's just, it works.
Until you said that.
I don't know why it works, but it works. And then same thing with all these fishmonger characters that, you know, the prop companies have made them, the mask companies have made them. So we decided that, you know, we needed to come right in and do a costume that would fit perfectly with all those.
Yeah, I like it.
Wow.
Oh, hey.
Beautiful. Oh,
Wow,
hello
she's
there.
cute.
So what do we got here? I'm trying to catch up on the fight. Oh, okay. So this is our Lucinda. So this is kind of our take on the classic, you know, Victorian vampire kind of a costume. It would work for, you know, Victorian bride in a mansion, or like I said, the vampire queen.
Something versatile that most ladies can wear because it is quite nicely fitted, and it is two pieces. So the skirt is separate from the shirt. Yeah, it was really, really popular last year with our witch, and we did a lot of them. And it's just been a great base for basically just about any Victorian or old style room for any lady that can be worn in multiple ways. Wow. And Maddie just did a nice Red Queen version. Yep. Photo sheet with it where she added some of her own accessories and took it to the next level. Oh, and
here we go. The classic
maid,
Edwardian maids. Yeah, this is another one that we've got a few different color schemes coming this year, but this is just the classic haunted mansion maid dress. I mean, it's just so versatile and it looks great. You know, it's like some of these costumes are just some of the simplest things that we kind of have the idea of, oh, you know, we should do something like this. And then it just turns out, I mean, look at when you look at this picture, it's just like, I don't know her and I don't need to know her.
And that's why when you add when you look at the talent of the artwork in these things, and we do hashtag a lot, details matter, because like I said, when you actually look at these things and you see them up close, they look like they do in the pictures. I mean, they're going to immerse your customers into a scene just by looking at the person walking by, because they're going to go, that looks real. You know, it's much different.
Here's another one. Yep. And then so these are actually one of our lower priced costumes. These are kind of the entry level, the nightgowns. You know, we make these things because they are multiple different colors. And they're just kind of those costumes that we want you to put all over your haunt, that they'll fit almost every single theme. The mask, makeup, anything you do with it, it's going to look great. We have multiple different styles.
Versatility.
I try to put a lot in the distressing. So yes, it might just be a nightgown, but the way that you distress it and you breathe life into it, to us, is what really makes the costume its own unique piece.
So talented.
Oh, look at this.
Oh, yeah.
There's our another one. Yeah. Arnie the Carney. This is another classic that we this is one of those things where we try to step outside the classic clown suit and go into the more of a
that's for Alan.
Oh yeah, that's our special picture for Alan, made for clowns by clowns.
I love it.
But this is kind of our take on like a, you know, rodeo clown, classic grungy carnival type of clown. You know, that's kind of a style of clown that I've always really liked. I always go back to a Rob Zombie type of character.
Yeah.
And I when I was doing a lot more haunt acting, I had a character that I kind of created, and that was his style, was that grungy like circus clown. And since then I've seen a lot of people doing some stuff like that, and I love that style. I think that it's a cool take on what isn't just a circus clown. It's more that like punk rock, just like grungy carny.
Like, you got blood all over my best clown suit. You know,
exactly.
Yes.
This is a new style, the Survivors.
Okay.
He wasn't supposed to show that.
Yeah, that's top secret. But you got us. We sent it. It was out there.
We sent it.
Breaking news.
The cards were on the table. So this is another new one for this year. The post-apocalyptic, just that classic. You know, this guy is from, you know, Western world kind of a vibe where he's just out there, and that droid mask is just a good military / you know, survivor steampunk type of a look. Oh, there he is, the Carvers. Yeah, you guys put that one up. That's probably one of my favorites.
He had
Like
a
I
bad
said,
day.
yeah, that guy just looks like he's seen some stuff that you don't need to see. And he's one of our best sellers. I mean, people love that. The apron is, something that we're working with people to always upgrade and do different versions with different rivets and different pockets and things like that. And we're always going to have upgraded versions of the older stuff. So yes,
And
it's
we
not,
use heavy stuff, and it's
Yeah.
a pain to distress, but
Oh, yeah.
but
Quality.
it stands up. It stands up to time.
Oh, and you guys know it as well as all of us here.
Mm.
Like actors put their bodies through so much. So the fact that your costumes stand up, and for many, for years, for seasons, upon seasons, I mean, it says a lot.
So right here is that guy that's in the picture. He's got a different mask on right now,
Okay.
but this is one of our new costumes for this year. So we didn't have a scarecrow, so we want to do our own take on it. So again, this is something that has some elements. Obviously, the shirt itself, we're not making the shirt, but everything else we are making in-house. The coat, again, built, not bought. So that's what we're trying to do this year, is kind of either completely make things by hand or blend some of those elements together. But this is our take on a classic scarecrow with his burlap. He's looked like he's been standing out in the field for far too long, and he's not happy about it.
It's one of our takes.
Love it.
Oh, more breaking news. I didn't know we were announcing that. We may or may not have another scarecrow come into the show, but you'll have to see that one in person.
See, what better way to entice people, not only to come hang out with two awesome dudes, but see their amazing line of fantastic items and all of that new breaking stuff from the many, many styles they are bringing right to booth 605. If people want to start previewing things, the best place might be to go to midnightmayhemapparel.com.
I think we may actually just announce little sneak peeks. This will probably be the best place to see it because, like I said before, the allure of TransWorld and making TransWorld the show it is, we need to hold back some of that stuff so that it is a surprise. So you may not see anything. You'll see a couple things. You'll see some photos of some cool stuff, but you will definitely not see everything unless you were on the show floor. And after the show is over, the pages are set to go back live Monday after the show is over, so that everybody who wasn't able to attend the show,
sure,
they can see it all then.
I love, and I know Nicole is reconnecting right now, but I know she loves that torture because you guys do hold that so that it entices people. You have to come see it live.
Well, and otherwise, why do you go to TransWorld if you can see everything online?
Right.
Then that doesn't mean to go. It's the fun of it. You got to have the cool stuff. This thing I've been after him for a while on, and yeah, it's simple stuff, but we have a lot of very complex stuff that's pretty cool coming.
Love this. All right.
Yeah, and we like I said, we wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for TransWorld, and that's the show that we go to. We can't do another show because this year we're bringing a ton of in stock to give people the chance to buy stuff. Last year we killed ourselves. We brought a ton to the show, and I am not exaggerating because it was not a pleasant thing. We took hundreds of orders, and it was not a fun time. I mean, every day from the day the show was over until the middle of October, we were cranking on orders just constantly. It was not fun, but we do it because, we want people to have our products and we care about the industry.
Well, and the feedback is so wonderful from everybody in the chat. People are obviously satisfied and they want to come back and enhance their own portfolio and their own wardrobe with your new designs.
Yeah, and and on top of that, we get a lot of custom commissions. Custom commissions last year was up quite heavily in comparison. After they saw some of the stuff we could do, they're like, "Hey, can you change it to this? Can you do this? Can you?" Yes, yes was usually the answer. But when it came to about a month after the show, we had to go, "No, we're booked until October. I'm sorry, I don't have time to pull that in." But that's a good business to have, I guess.
Very much so. Well, we have something very special to announce. And because of both of you and your extreme generosity, we know that you are going to be sold out till way past the season. And we know you're going to have an amazing show. But thanks to your generosity, like I mentioned, you've offered for one of our viewers to get an opportunity to win $25 off any in-stock item at the booth, so that they come and visit you at TransWorld. This particular random choice winner is going to win $25 off. Thank you so much for this.
Guys.
And you'll find us in the HAA auction. So
Yes,
Oh,
we are.
perfect.
Well, Robert, if we can ask you for that handy dandy lottery jar, we are going to find someone at random here. And, you know, Nicole, while you were reconnecting, we of course wanted to torture you just a little bit.
Yeah, these costumes apparently like scared me right off the screen. So
That's good. That's great.
The only reason, obviously, that they are not going to tell us is because they want you specifically, Nicole, to make sure that you go to the booth and you got to see everything live.
all right, I can do that. I can commit.
Okay,
Awesome.
let's
Somebody put it on
do
my
this.
schedule to make sure.
You got plenty of
I
time.
got a post-it note right now for 6:05. Sure.
We love
just make it your first stop. Head into the left, come on over, get your bearings ready, and just kind of take a wide open look, because there's a lot of cool stuff right around us.
Well, and another thing while we're here, one thing we've kind of prided ourselves on, and I think it's become a kind of a staple of our booth, is the display, the facade.
Yeah.
Every year since we've gone to the show, you know, we've always done that. Obviously that comes from my scenic background, and it's, you know, just an extra thing to make us stand out. I don't usually take custom commissions, just 'cause I'm always booked out, but every year it's been great. I've brought a facade, I've sold a facade, and this year there was no holding back.
It's cool.
It's super awesome, super cool. I put a lot of work into it. I had to bring a friend of mine out from LA to help me do some of it, and it's just been a really cool build up to just, I cannot wait to see this thing on the show floor.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait to see it. We're definitely going to have to take a few sneak peeks so that you guys can remember all of these things, but we are going to join you guys with not giving away too much. The only way to see them, of course, is booth 605. And if you want a chance to win $25 off, just make sure you comment here. And guys, if we can ask your help, whenever you're feeling so inclined, just say stop. And Robert's going to pick somebody at random.
All right. And stop.
Anthony Cooper, congratulations.
Congratulations, Anthony.
Awesome.
Come see me.
Oh, very nice. Anthony, of
Awesome.
course, you're going to go see Bryon and claim your $25 award. Maybe put it against the Doctor or one of these other amazing designs.
There you go.
Yeah,
Guys,
if he could shoot Midnight Mayhem a message on Facebook, that way I know who he is. We can go from there.
Perfect.
And Anthony, if you have any issues connecting, let us know. Nicole at haashow.com. Chris, KRIS at haashow.com. And we'll get you hooked up if you can't find them. Well, thanks,
Awesome.
guys.
Of
Appreciate
course. Thank you guys.
I'm excited.
Yeah, we'll see
Now
you.
I gotta come see you guys and see what you've got in store.
Well, we're not hard to miss. I think we're the largest costume booth on the floor, so come find us.
Love this.
Gosh.
Love this. Well, my last thought, because I think it is one of the best taglines in the business. Of course, these are the guys. They make clown suits made for clowns by clowns, and obviously that line continues to expand with your beautiful marketing there. Thank you for being a part of this, but thanks for celebrating everything that is TransWorld, and we're so excited to be a partner in your success.
Awesome. Well, thank
Thank
you
you.
guys. We appreciate everything you guys do for the industry, and we look forward to seeing you here in less than 2 weeks, which is scary to say, but
Gosh.
it's coming, whether we like
that
it or
might be
not.
the scariest thing tonight.
Like I told you before the show, it goes, oh, there's 4 months left, and then before you know it, there's 4 days left,
Yeah.
and that's
no,
it.
Exactly.
For sure.
That's exactly it.
Yeah. Well,
Well,
thank you guys so
thanks,
much. We
guys.
can't wait to see you literally in just a few days and all the cool things that you guys have in store for us. And thank you for everything that you do for the industry.
Yes.
Awesome. Thank you guys.
See you
Thank
soon.
you guys. So amazing. So
I
amazing.
know.
Love our
I'm
industry.
secretly, like, I was trying to like log onto my phone when my computer was, I don't know. It really did. It scared me right off the screen. Like, darn it. I'm missing all the good stuff.
I love it. I love it.
know.
Well, don't go anywhere. We're so glad but the show is not even close to
I
being
know. There's
over.
so much more. So much more. And if people aren't getting inspired by this stuff, like, I don't know. I love seeing the comments and so many questions and things coming in. So keep commenting. Let us know you're here. You know, it's vendors like this that are the heartbeat of this industry and keep us going and keep us inspired. So, all right, let's take a quick break for a special word from our sponsors, and we'll be right back.
Anything you need, Haunt Pay's here for you. Established in 2013, we're gonna keep on chugging.
Of course, a huge thanks to Haunt Pay, our premier sponsor of TransWorld Live.
Yes. And if you're ever interested in being a sponsor to all of our vendors out there, just give us an email to either Jen or Rich. Let them know you love TransWorld Live. You'd love to join the show in a bigger way and help support us.
Yeah, we appreciate that.
Yeah. Speaking of support, speaking of awesome, speaking of TransWorld Live, speaking of just so many awesome things, we've got one more really awesome special guest for you guys. And you know what? Let's just go ahead and bring him right on. People are asking, who's next? What's going on? Well, it's none other than Sir Alan House.
Welcome to the show.
I know. Come on in.
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah.
Alan's been in the green room and he's been going like this, and I can see him just about my thing, and I can't stop laughing. Then I come in, and I'm like, oh my God, tell her I said hi.
This is a really nice setup that you guys have. A lot of podcasts you can't see what's happening, and you could see everybody, and I could hold up little hostage notes if I wanted to. It was great.
Yes.
Well, now I know for next time to look for it.
Love that. Huge credit to Robert, because he makes it fun on the front end, but also on the back. So that's we're grateful. We're grateful.
Oh, people are saying already they are not worthy. They are not worthy.
Absolutely. If you have haunting in your heart, you are 100% worthy.
Oh,
if you are a haunted house person, you are probably a friend of mine. That's how that works.
Love that. I'm just excited that the knighthood, the Sir, has really caught on. I love it. I love it. Oh. Well,
yeah,
of
me
course.
Too. Me too. I do. I. You know what? There's not many things I can take credit for in this industry, but I am totally taking credit for that.
Yes, definitely was you.
Yeah. Yep. So okay, and it's like the one time with Ben that I slipped up, and I was like, "Yeah, he's like the grandfather of the industry," and I was like, "Wait, that is not what I meant. It is Godfather. There's the Godfather.
Godfather is different."
See, so we gave Alan a name that I can't mess up. I love it.
Oh,
all right. So for those that don't know, Alan, okay, so many people are that know you, but in case they
the chat's going out of control.
Tell us a little bit about yourself, what you do, who you are, and where we can see your work.
So I do haunted house stuff, you know. I've been doing haunts for a long time. Let's see. My wife and I and another partner, we own Dark Hour Haunted House in Plano, Texas. And then for 14 years, I think it's been, we've been at TransWorld, Stiltbeast Studios. I've worked with other companies before that, but Stiltbeast Studios is our company where we get to make stilt costumes and ground costumes and just things that we're trying to make haunts stand out. We're trying to push that envelope a little bit as far as what is creative and on the show floor.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. All right, so you also are not new to the interwebs. You also have a channel that you broadcast and you teach people and you share your knowledge and you do fun things. Tell us a little bit about that.
All right, so I have Stiltbeast Studios on YouTube, and Stiltbeast Studios has been around for 15 years. I got my silver play button this year for over 100,000 subscribers, and we're real close to 140 right now. So that's nice. I expect to hopefully I can hit 200 next October. That would be really nice.
All right, so everybody here, make sure you go over and follow. Okay.
Yes.
Well, and that whole channel was you mentioned that I've been doing this a while, but I kind of grew up with the internet. Like I came into haunting and doing, I graduated high school in 95, and 93 was when I went to a horror convention, and it wasn't pay $2 to get our catalog anymore because those things cost money. It was, oh no, our whole catalog is on the World Wide Web. So like that was the year that it changed, like 93, 94. And I was able to grow up with that. My YouTube channel, it's 15 years old. YouTube had been around for a few years, but not too much before I jumped on there. And I wanted to make a library of haunted house how-to, because a lot of the information when I started was really hard to find. A little bit now it's easy to find, but sometimes there's so much information out there.
I was just gonna say
it's harder to tell what's good and what's not good. And I just want to put out good, easy things to make haunts better.
Right. Well, and you're starting to reach that next generation too.
Yes.
Yeah, this is, my life is weird. I've been doing this a long time, and it's now because for a long time we've gone out and we do actor trainings. So now I'm getting haunted houses that called me to do an actor training that when they were a 15-year-old actor at a different haunted house, I trained them. So that's like this whole other generation that's coming around, which is really neat.
So I recently just had like one of those weird, surreal moments where one of our actors at our Christmas party was telling me about when he was a kid and how he used to come to our haunt. And I was like, it took me a minute. And he was like, and I remember this, and I remember this, and I remember that. And I'm like, I am not that old. That is impossible that you remember all those things. It was very accurate. It's very true. I'm just in denial. But I also recently want to give you accolades because I heard your voice coming from one of my child's rooms because they were watching something with pool noodles and everything else. And they were like, Mom, isn't this really cool? And I was like, want to see something else cool? I just sent him a message and he responded to me about something totally different. They thought I was a celebrity. So thanks for that, giving me the street cred on the street.
I have an actor that works for me at Dark Hour. He's on our day crew, and he's 6'8". He's a large man, and he had to remind me that I met him. He came to my monster museum at Scarborough Renaissance Festival when he was 8.
Whoa!
So, yeah, it's I've been doing this kind of fun stuff for a while, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah.
And part of my passion is education and making sure that every haunted house has the access to be able to do. There's no knowledge gap. As soon as everybody knows how to do everything, then what separates us is our ideas.
Yeah.
And, if I can see everyone's ideas, I'm a happy guy.
Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. So now, okay, you got the haunt. It's just October. That's all you're doing. But wait, there's more. Tell us what else you do in the off season, particularly like something that's coming up March 16th.
Ooh,
okay.
yes.
All right. So,
I realized where I was going with that, and I was like, I don't know if I listen.
Well, here's the thing. Like, there's a lot that's coming up.
Yes. And he's not sleeping in between leaving TransWorld.
I stay busy, but so March 16th is our. I keep wanting to say Leprechaun Lights Out, but no, we're back to St. Patrick's Day. We're doing Survive St. Patrick's Sleigh, And we have a format, like a style of thing that we do now, which is a Dead by Dark hour, where most of our off-season shows have a decent level of interactivity to them. Meaning, you can get killed inside. Now, how do you die? An actor can put a sticker on you, but if you evade, if you dodge, then then they don't get you. It's a lot of fun. It gamifies the haunted house in a different way, and I think it's like with the first time we did it, it was like we really hit something, and I can't wait to see this evolve. Part of that evolution is what we do for St. Patrick's Day. And what we do there is we have a whole show system. So we have a audio system that is over the whole house. It's one run by a soundboard. We have 7 different DMX universes. We have a whole system. We have high ceilings. So what makes this show special is that you go through during the daytime and nighttime. So as you go in, there's 1 minute of daytime, and none of the scary monsters are out. And then, it goes dark, and you hear Banshee start screaming, and then it's nighttime. Then there's 2 minutes of nighttime. So you'll be in the haunt for 6 to 10 different night-day cycles. And in the daytime, everyone says you have to catch a leprechaun to get 3 wishes. Well, in ours, you have to catch a leprechaun's attention because the veil between worlds is still there, but it's thinner. So in order to catch a leprechaun's attention, you have to do a little dance for him or tell him a joke. And if you tell him a joke or if you do a little dance for him, he'll give you a gold coin. And you can turn that in for a prize at the end of the show. Once you exit, which is a fun thing to do. And then when nighttime comes, the leprechauns will hide. If they're in front of you, they bail, they hide, and then red caps and banshees come out. And we have a whole set of rules for them where the banshees have these green light up eyes that are almost like headlights, and they're fun distorted costumes. And they won't see you unless you're moving. If you're moving, they can see you, and then they can come and kill you with a sticker. But if you're not moving, then they won't see you. And the banshees are all cycling through the show. They're going through the show backwards, basically. So you're gonna run into banshees at nighttime. And if it's daytime, you might have to pass a banshee because at daytime they just stop. They go up against their eyes turn off, and they go up against the wall or in the corner, and they stop.
Love this.
So how much time do you have left until it's nighttime again? Because that banshee's going to be right there. That's part of the fun of this event. And you can really get some interaction and fun because you're only going to do 1,000 people on an off-season night like that. Whereas on an October night, you couldn't get that level of interactivity. So being able to field test and play with new things is really fun.
That is beyond exciting, and honestly, I'm going to toot my own excitement because I did get a chance to go through your Valentine's Day event, which is a similar concept, the Dead by Dark hour, and I am now trying to figure out a way that I can convince Nicole to come to Plano for this event because this is awesome.
I just have to tell you, he gave me very little notice that he was coming.
It was a very quick decision.
It ended on a Tuesday night at midnight. Me searching Southwest flights, being how can I make this work in the next 4 days when I clearly have an entire weekend full of things to do? But I'm gonna stop everything because I heard Texas barbecue and Alan Hops, and I was let's see what we can make work.
We need to make
it was actually a great time because they came out, and then I was able to give them kind of a lights on tour afterwards and show the back end, how you run the back end of your haunted house, how you run your infrastructure. That's what allows you to do amazing things. That's what lets the cast have a space to do everything they need to do and get done.
I could not agree with you more. Your staff, your entire crew, but your facilities, the way that you take care of people, it all lends to making sure that customers have a sublime experience. And we laughed, we cried, and the gamemanship of the entire experience, like. I think us as hunters, we get into that role like, oh, they're not going to touch me, or if they are, it's it's not going to be anything big. But here, you can die. You can get stickered, and there are prizes for succeeding. And no, Kevin, I truly played the game fair, and I did not take any stickers off.
So here's what's cool about this. People get into it. They get into that and that part of it. And we are in a time where it's kind of cool not to care. It's kind of cool to not be impressed. You're cooler if you're not impressed. If you don't show enthusiasm. Our target audience is that, anywhere from 12 to 20. And then they don't want to stand out. They don't want to show that they're impressed with anything. And everybody old is dumb. And I get that. I understand. So to see them go through the haunt and then see them care and see them get involved is remarkable. My favorite haunt memory that I've had in many, many years was from last year's last year we called it Leprechaun Lights Out. We changed the name for a reason that I'll mention coming up, because we used to do St. Patrick's Sleigh. Now it's Survive St. Patrick's Sleigh. But when last year's Leprechaun Lights Out, I was watching from the sidelines kind of, and I'm hiding and I'm just watching what's happening. And this group is coming. It's nighttime, and this banshee comes by, and it runs its light over them, and it's getting close to them, and it's sniffing them, and they're stock still. And you can tell that they're terrified. And as soon as that banshee turned the corner, they all took off. And it was just to see a group of 6 to 8 people who were so in the moment, and every single one of them was in it and with it. And they were locked into a vision that came out of my head and filtered through the 50 hands of the staff of Dark Hour to make it happen. That's magic.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Now, I know education's a passion of yours, and I have been very honored to sit front row for a lot of that foam work that you do with pool noodles. But to be able to see it in like the true application, your showroom, so to speak, when you're going through Dark Hour and seeing all those practical applications that you've been teaching people for years, and the misdirection, like you think this tree is a tree, it's not. Guess what it is, and those secrets, you're 100% a true certified master magician. That's what you do.
Yeah, for sure.
It's we have to make people think that that's what it is. We have to do just enough to put them in our world. But you also want that minimum effective dose. If you go too crazy with it, you'll get lost in the weeds and something else is going to slack somewhere. And sometimes the answer is pool noodles. Sometimes the answer is spray foam. And Dark Hour, before we purchased it, and it is a high scale, high value attraction, and yes, there's a lot of pool noodles in it.
And it's awesome because if you don't, you can't even tell. It just adds to the ambiance. Every single scene, it's perfect. When Alan was so kind enough to point some things out, it's like, wow, mind blown. So Nicole, when we go in March, it's going to be great because it's going to blow your mind.
I know. Okay, we may or may not be side texting of like figuring out how we can make it for March.
Because we don't have anything going on in March. No.
Yeah, I know.
No.
I know.
Yeah, no.
I'm going to see if we can add it to it. Yeah.
Now, besides amazing events that keep Dark Hour populated and your entire crew just working nonstop, you obviously, as you talked about a little bit earlier, are a professor, but also very passionate about education. And one of the things, we're going to talk about all of the wonderful seminars that you're going to be teaching right at TransWorld. But I just want you to be able to give a plug real quick to Monster Camp, something that you offer right there in Plano at the facility.
I talked about that knowledge gap of, a lot of times my favorite part about what I do is there's monsters in my head, and I can do some work, and then I get to see that monster walking around. And that process is normally sculpting it in clay, making a plaster mold, cleaning that out, and making a latex mask from that, then painting it. And I think it is a travesty that more people don't do that themselves. So being able to take that to a hobby level, when you think about that, how big did acrylic pour painting get? Like that's still kind of pretty huge as far as a crafting thing. And, there's all kinds of folks doing that. I don't see any reason why mask making could be on that same level of a hobby. It's a beautiful way to express yourself. You can really get ideas, across, and just show amazing things by making masks. We've had so many amazing mask makers. There's a lot of vendors at TransWorld who made their first mask at Monster Camp, and now they have a company, and that's a wonderful thing.
I want to go to Monster Camp when I grow up.
Yes.
Well,
yes.
Come on. You can see it all at stiltbeaststudios.com, or even on Dark Hours website. There's a education tab of all the classes that we do.
We have to give our big super fan Sean Fenner credit, but he's not the only one saying it. I want to be Alan Hops when I grow up. And that's, I think, all of our dreams, truly. And to see you in your natural element, to see you in your playground is just an amazing experience. And thank you for opening your doors.
Well, go ahead and go gray, but don't grow up. That's the rule.
I love it. Now, you're going to give an opportunity, as you do every year, to be able to share your knowledge at TransWorld. And there's a wonderful, we're going to call it the Allen series, the Allen Education Series. So we have a good 4 or 5 courses here, just from you. And then there's also some others from your Dark Hour team. I'd love, since you're here, if we can kind of just talk about them real quick, and what people who maybe might be just making their final decisions before that price goes up on Thursday night at 11:59 Central, why they should attend.
Absolutely. Do you want to name the class and I'll talk about that particular one, or should I just go?
No, we figure we'll do this thing in order. We'll start on Thursday, and we'll talk about carving out space in their heads using chemistry to make them remember you.
That's so important. I think sometimes we forget that what we're really selling people is memories. We are selling people the memory of them coming to your attraction. And there are things, situations, circumstances, and chemicals that cause memories to be formed. So if we can take advantage of those biological processes in order to make people remember us more, then every time they think of a haunted house, they're going to think of our haunted house. Every time they see darkness and wonder what monster's in there, I want them to wonder if it's one of our monsters. That's the thing. This is a class designed to make what you do more memorable to your customer. You might already be doing amazing work, but if you're not taking, a couple advantages of biological processes, then you may not necessarily be capturing all those memories.
I love that. What a great pitch.
Part of what we have to do when we're educating and crafting in a haunt, we have to craft a whole world. And in order to do that effectively, I really think that we have to reach outside of haunting. If I, as a vendor, am only looking at the show floor to get ideas to what to make and sell, A, I'm doing them a disservice, and B, I'm doing the haunters a disservice, because I should be reaching further and pushing that design line further and further. And that's what we should do in our haunts too. And that's why a lot of what I teach is I might come up with 10 ideas for classes. And, when it's reviewed by the folks who are looking at what classes should we do, a lot of times they say, well, right now, only you can teach that class, so I'm very blessed that way. And that's why I ended up teaching, 3, 4, sometimes more classes.
It is beautiful. And I don't know if you realize this, Nicole. I don't know if you realize it either. As I'm looking at the Allen track here, All of them are in room 123, which is so cool. So we need to name that like the Allen Hops room.
I've been known to rename things. I may or may not have a printer on site. We'll have to see.
Yes.
Have to see.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Please name no rooms after me, please.
I just,
Hey, I got an entire convention center. Watch what you wish for.
Yeah.
Okay, that's Thursday. So Friday is Super Scares Step by Step, and that's on Friday right after lunch.
So what happens is a lot of the times that you only have, time to present ideas and concepts. And recently I was teaching myself how to sculpt in Blender, which is a computer program. And I did not want to learn how to make a donut. Like that's one of the big Blender tutorials. I didn't want to learn that. I wanted to learn when I have to cut something in half, what do I do? When I want to do this, what do I do? When I want to color something, what do I do? And I needed the step-by-step for the parts. And what this class is, this is a step-by-step for different haunted house parts.
Oh,
Learning that how I was learning and how I wanted to learn was the drive for this, because I've taken 15 different scares and then let's put 3 or 4 skins on each one of them. So these 15 scares will make an asylum haunt good. It'll make a clown house good. It'll make whatever your theme of your show is. You can slide them in with different skins on them. And that's part of this class. Down to like, buy this piece of hardware because that's what makes it work.
Love this. Love this. Well, the party continues on Saturday when you are joined by some other legends, which we have seen pictures of all of you presenting together. So we're very excited that we get another installment of 61 powerful ideas to supercharge your haunted attraction, where you are going to be joined by Ben Armstrong of Netherworld and John LaFlamboy of Hell's Gate Haunted House and Zombie Army.
Some of my favorite hours of my life have been teaching 61 and 60 classes. And with John and Ben, those two are amazing people. I greatly respect their minds and their energy. And I don't always say that, hey, that person loves haunted houses as much as I do. Like, that's rare for me to be able to say that. But I can certainly say that about those two. They love haunted houses as much as I do. It's a pleasure to teach with them. And every year we kind of end up challenging ourselves to, because we're presenting more than one different idea a minute. And you're going to get the gist of it. And it's going to be, just a golden nugget. They say, if you walk away with a class with 1 or 2 ideas, you've gotten a good value out of that class. And I think a lot of the time you leave a 61 and 60 and you have 20, 30, 40 good ideas to take away from that class, just because of the quality of those two instructors. I'm riding their coattails all the way. I don't mind. They're great.
That seems like an epic experience. I'm sure every seat is going to go in that. Holy cow. Well, it looks like we're not letting you out of room 123 on Saturday, because then you have unlocking amazing acting potential kind of right after that.
So if you are a haunted house owner or you're a haunted house cast director, a lot of times it's pretty easy to get jaded, especially with certain people. I really think that in our industry, anyone of a quality moral compass can be a brilliant haunted attraction performer. It is a matter of figuring out where they should be, what their reward system is, like what makes them feel good, and how can you get the most energy out of that person. And it's toying with where they're at, but my mind, I tend to think in systems. I want to think in repeatable effects, and how do I get this effect from this person? And so I've developed some processes and systems that I thought it was time to share to make, C-level actors get reactions as if they were B+ actors.
That's awesome. That's awesome. What way to help progress your team and help train them to get to that next level with wonderful tips like this.
Well, and what a joy to be in an industry where no one's left behind. Anybody can be
Yes.
amazing. Anybody can be a superstar. And that's what's really cool about our industry. And we have to remember that a lot of the times as a casting director, as a person who's directing this, it's my job to make them shine, not just place the bulbs that are the brightest. I have the chance to take those bulbs that are shining dimmer and brighten them up, you know?
You are getting a lot of support in the chat. Not that you haven't already, but people are very much agreeing with that sentiment. That is awesome. Well, we do have a few more classes. Obviously, your education and your expertise has certainly rubbed off, and you also are surrounded with incredibly talented people. So we're going to call these from the Dark Hour family that may not have you physically in the room, but maybe if you might want to just give your thoughts of why somebody should consider like signing up for Jake Farmer's Howling Wind and Crashing Thunder class on Thursday.
We have, and that's probably partially my fault, created a culture of wanting to share knowledge, wanting to teach, wanting to, we're successful. Here's why we're successful. You know, these are the tools. And we came out of the gate with a really nice audio and digital sound system, and with a good lighting gear. And Jake learned so much of that. Jake has been with Dark Hour for just over 10 years now, just as long as I have. And the stuff that we can, audio, the speakers and lights, those are things, right? And what we have to do as haunt creators is squeeze those things and get emotions to come out of them, because you want the haunt to feel a certain way. You want to set a mood and a tone. And that's what we try to do. And that's what Jake tries to get across of, what gear are you using? What does it take to get, because you have to compete with nature. You have to compete with people's memories of experiences that they lived through. So what do you have to do in order to make that happen? And as far as tech people go, Jake is pretty darn awesome.
That's awesome.
That's so amazing. But wait, there's more. Next up, we've got amazing tools or dangerous technology. How can you successfully harness the power of AI for your attraction? And this is taught by one of your greats, Teddy Thomas.
Teddy has been with us for a couple years now, and there are AI tools are coming. You cannot stop it. The genie is out of the bottle.
Yeah.
Whether you hate AI art or not, whether you love AI art or not, but it's not just art. There are so many things that AI can do, and again, it's part of that reaching past of what's happening right now, reaching past what other people are doing. And there is a huge, bright future as far as what AI can do in a helpful way. I can tell you that I use AI to write scripts. Now, does it write a finished script? No, but does it hammer out stuff faster that I can then tweak?
Yep.
And all the ideas in it are my ideas, because I'm the one who trained it. It's just it's a nice thing. I can feed it a bunch of. So I'm working on my 61 and 60 class.
Okay.
I can feed that information into an AI and say, can you put this in categories for me?
Yep.
Because it would take me 25 minutes and it did it in 12 seconds.
Yeah.
And that way, when I'm presenting my information, it's set into different groups.
I say to people all the time, if you haven't started training your AI or mirroring your work in some way, you're missing out on so much assistance that you didn't even know you needed. I've trained different threads and different things for multiple parts of my business, and it blows my mind consistently to reread something and I'm like, wow, that sounds just like me.
Yeah. And I like just as an example, one of the ones that I use is ChatGPT, and
Sure.
I was a very early adopter. I think in the first couple days that it came out, because it, everything I heard was it's scary. Well,
Yeah.
that's kind of my thing, right? Let's see why it's scary. What's it
Yeah.
gonna do? And it turns out it can be a wonderful tool. Now there are negative sides to AI that have to be discussed also. Where does it mine for resources? As far as on the art side, it will say, do art in the style of Frank Frazetta. I want a spaceship that a octopus is attacking. Well, the problem is it's gonna give you that art, and it might put Frazetta's signature down the bottom because that's what it does.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, well, you wanted it like his, and all his have that piece, so I'm going to put that piece in there too. But it might be up in the sky. It's again, it has to be trained. It has to be refined. I I I will say that there are some things. I don't necessarily use AI art in any advertising or anything like that.
Yeah.
That's not something that we do, nor do we need to. Um, But if you are a haunt that's starting out and you're having some issues with resources, and this is going to be a weird sentence, if you can get ethically sourced AI art, then, I haven't heard that said yet, but it should be a thing. It has to be ethically sourced. Then that's a resource that's never been available to you. If you're about to open your haunted house and you just bought the land and it's August and you have to be nose down building and you're going to open October 1st, what do you put on Facebook? Where do you get your pictures? You either steal them from another show or you have to generate them somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's pretty amazing.
Yeah. And at that point, instead of stealing from another show, you might as well go AI.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That's a little more ethical.
Well, every year I have to kind of say, hey, that's kind of my image. If you wouldn't mind swapping that out with something that you took, maybe that'd be great. It happens.
There was a new show in my town that decided to use our image. And I was like, friend, that's not a Google picture. That is an actor in our actual show. And I took the image. And it's a little awkward because your thing does not match where our logo is, and it's sticking out on either side. So we're gonna need to do something with that. But yes. All right. So there's more non-dramatic pneumatics, easy and effective ways to scare with air. And that speaker is gonna be Boston Petite. Tell us all about it.
So Boston is awesome. And the depth of, if there's a person on my staff that is probably most like me, I think, as far as what's happening with them in their haunt career, I think it's kind of Boston. During the pandemic, Boston started doing escape rooms, but Boston has been picking up knowledge since he was like 12, 13 years old, and building haunt props and mechanisms, and very talented tech mind on Boston, as well as a phenomenal artist. This is a class for people who want to start doing pneumatics and want to get into making things move. There is a massive leap in quality, in wow, in presentation, when you go from having, I have made this static prop, to I've made this thing and it moves. A little bit of movement can add a lot of personality or scares, depending upon how you do it. But yeah, I mean, it's who doesn't need to and want to make things move? And having someone who's been there and who knows it and can walk you through the process is I think that's a great use of time if it's something that you're looking to get into. Send someone who you like, hey, I've got stuff for you to do. Go to this class.
I like it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
All right. And there's so much more. And you are part of multiple events, doing other things. Networking night out, you're going to join us for.
Yes.
Yeah. You've committed to helping with some actor training and doing some other cool stuff for the Friday night event.
Yes.
If people want to see you, where's the best place to catch you?
Apparently, it's
not
room
safe.
123. I'll be there a lot.
Truth.
In the Allen Hawk
Truth.
group, of course.
So, no. Here's how you can tell I've been doing TransWorld a while. What's my booth number?
Yeah.
4. I'm in booth number 4. So, if you go in the show and to the left, I'm in that corner. And just I'm there as much as I can be.
Yeah.
My wife is there most of the time, and we have a lot of our awesome staff are there. But I'll be there as much as I possibly can be. And where I'm going to be as far as those class times, because those are all listed. Come and see me. Come and talk to me after the class if there's something that you're interested in. This is TransWorld is an amazing place, and what a joy. I can live off the energy I get at TransWorld for the rest of the year, because I'm in a room with thousands of people who care about the same things that I care about. And so I'm happy to talk to you, whether you are, Bob's Haunted House and Pig Farm. Love talking to those guys, or maybe you have a giant haunt like Netherworld, and I can just talk haunted houses with you, because we all have something in common.
Yeah.
I love that.
I do
love
too.
that.
You know
oh
what?
my gosh.
You just saying that, just like that feeling. I just got that like mini rush. Like I know.
Yes.
I mean, everybody knows, right? Or you should know. Of all of a sudden you're hearing the air cannons, you're smelling the fog, you're walking through, and then actually you're gonna see you're walking down that main aisle, right? Towards going towards the dark zone. You're gonna see one of Alan's awesome people right there, dressed up, coming at you, and suddenly, and you can just feel that energy and that excitement, and it's palpable, and you're just like, I want to see everything right this minute, and all of a sudden your day just starts.
I forget who said it, but I was talking to someone at TransWorld about TransWorld, and we were talking about how you can stand there and you can hear 1,000 conversations going on at once, and a lot of people are excited. You can hear air horns and pneumatics going off, and you hear all these things going off in the distance. And the person said, yeah, it's just like Vegas, but no one is getting rich. And that's true. But it's a great time, and we all have fun.
It is. And there's a lot of love in the chat for the Hops family, but also the Haunt family as a large thing. And you're right, because we're all in it together and enjoying this beautiful thing together that we love. Oh my gosh.
I know. I could talk to you forever. And
Yeah.
here I am. I'm sorry. I'm starting to yawn because I'm human. And I was like, oh my God, we've been going at this for 2 hours.
I know.
Yeah,
we're old school.
We're an hour too.
Yeah. All right. So there's more. We've got a little surprise for everybody that's still watching. And actually, shout out to everybody who's like stayed with us
There's a
this
lot.
long. And there's so many that have logged on and been adding more and more. Chris, is it time for surprises?
It is time for surprises with Robert's assistance, of course.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, so really fun. I've seen a lot of people saying that they want to add a whole bunch of stuff to
Robert's making it
itinerary.
He's balancing it.
Let us help you, because we're giving away not one but 2 different 1-hour seminars to 2 lucky winners. So 2 lucky winners, each of them are going to get a 1-hour seminar. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Did I say it right?
It's perfect.
So
all right.
What do you want me to do?
I want you to tell them something that you want them to type.
Okay.
Yes.
Type the word avocado. That's what I want you to type.
Love
avocado.
it.
All right.
Now, folks, this is how you get entered. Now that the jar is up, if you haven't commented before the jar got up, you need to comment now. And avocado is a great suggestion.
Have you heard about the video of free Shabakadu?
No.
I'll send it to you guys later. Okay.
Okay. All right.
I love it.
Avocado is my word when I'm like doing a live stream or something. If there's an issue with sound, I say, if you can hear me, type the word avocado. Because people say I can hear you now or I can't hear you now, but they're all like lagging different times, and you never know which one is accurate. So avocado is always accurate.
That's pretty cool.
I like it.
See, tips of the trade.
That's a very full jar, Robert. What are you doing?
Yeah. So we need your help, sir, for the first one here. Whenever you want to call it out.
Stop.
There we go. Who do we got there?
Ooh.
Yvette?
Congratulations. You have won yourself a free 1-hour seminar. You can use it to see our good friend Alan or any of the speakers that we are featuring at TransWorld. You're going to go ahead and email Nicole or Chris, possibly both of us, KRIS or NICOLE at haashow.com. But just like True Forum, there's more. So we're going to shake it up and give Alan a second to talk about it and let us know when we're going to stop. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, love this.
So
yeah, it was masterful.
I have been able to look at all of the classes. There's a lot of really good classes this year. Like
Yeah.
there's a lot of like real
Yeah.
interesting stuff. And let's stop.
Sean,
No.
Sean Pullman.
No, Sean
I
Pullman.
know,
Oh my
there's
gosh,
not a
Pulliam.
Sean here. How did that happen?
Sean Pulliam.
Sean Pulliam, congratulations. You have just won yourself a 1-hour seminar from Alan or from the Dark Hour team or any of our presenters. Please email your information, and I think we might already have it, to Nicole or Chris at haashow.com.
Hooray.
Awesome. No, and I just want to say the amount of creativity, got to give major points because multiple people were like Avahanto or
Tacos.
Yeah. I love it. So, Alan, I'm so excited to see you very, very soon. Is there anything else you want to tell us, tell the interwebs, tell our friends before we see you in just a few short days?
Yes. You're going to see a lot of these people at TransWorld who you see on here maybe every week. And they have been in your home every week, maybe in your living room, maybe in your bedroom or wherever. And you will know their names. Be kind to them and forgive them if they do not know your name. Just give them a chance to remember you. All right. Because when you meet us at TransWorld, we have the least amount of sleep that we've had in a long time. And we have worked many, many long days right before we got there. And occasionally we might forget a name. Odds are good we didn't forget a face.
Yep.
But just be kind. And we have grace with everybody who wants to stop and talk to us, and have some grace with those people who you maybe look up to but haven't met before. Have a little grace for them that they're having a day also. And say hi, be kind, and they will be kind in turn.
Absolutely. I couldn't have said it better myself. It's a very crazy show.
Wow.
And it's one of those shows that Alan, myself, Chris, a number of people, a number of vendors, there aren't a lot of shadows, right? And we are very much out in the open for a very long time and extremely extended hours, from the breakfast buffet at 6 a.m. to the bar with shots at 3 a.m. So sleep deprivation, all of that stuff. And we want to talk to you. We want to see you. We want to hear your stories. But just be kind and remember that. Yes.
But don't be afraid to come and say hi either. Please do.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Please do.
Exactly. Awesome. Oh my gosh. All right. Alan, thank you. We
so
love
much.
you. We cannot wait to see you very, very soon. Sir Alan Hops, always amazing. Chris and I are going to continue our side chat about figuring out how we can head on down to Texas and see you very soon. Come see us. Yes. All right.
And if you want to think about joining Alan, Shannon, and the entire Dark Hour team, go to darkhourhauntedhouse.com and find out all the information about their upcoming event. And of course, start your window shopping now at stiltbeaststudios.com.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
April Monday, April 10th, there's a big eclipse happening. Part of our backstory at Dark Hours, there's a magical eclipse. Like that's our October theme always. The witches are trying to make it dark forever night. So we're opening up April 8th for a lights out eclipse show. It's not completely lights out. Of course, it's weird, but yeah, we're doing
That's
a
my
special eclipse show.
birthday weekend.
It's
Chris.
going right over our area of Texas, and the first 1,000 folks who show up get eclipse viewing glasses because that's Dark Hour themed.
I
There you go.
love
Nicole,
it.
where do you want to celebrate your birthday, Nicole?
I mean, I think I know where we're going.
Yeah!
All right, we got to make some plans. That's really awesome. And it's really cool because the eclipse is coming our way too, right? So like, yeah. All right. This is great. This is wonderful. I'm very excited for all of this.
Yes.
Yeah, we got to make this happen. Very
Come
soon.
see us.
Very much so.
Come
Yeah.
see us.
We love this.
All right. So there is so much more that we're going to be celebrating and doing. Alan, thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We cannot wait to see you. We know that you've got your hands full with all sorts of things that you need to
Yeah.
do before you get to TransWorld. So we can't thank you enough for spending all of this time with us tonight. But for those that want to join us next week, Tuesday, February 27th, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, it's our final show before getting to the floor. So this is going to be an epic one. All right. Not that tonight wasn't epic because it was very much so, but we've got special guests, Anthony Glenn from Original Sin, Graffiti FX, premier show sponsor, Froggy's Fog, and breaking news, Derek Pendergast from the legendary Meow Wolf will be joining us next Tuesday right here on TransWorld. And if you haven't heard, Derek is also coming to TransWorld as a keynote speaker. We're extremely excited about it. So yeah, we cannot wait to see you. And right here, same bat time, same channel. And once again, thank you, HauntPay, for all of your support and your sponsorship for TransWorld Live. We'll see you guys next week.